YouTube, welcome back to Overlord Alex Gaming. In today's video, I'll be going over a couple more items you can sell on the exchange or in a private sale to other players in my Dune series, part 3. But let's get right into it, guys. The first item we're going to go over today are industrial pumps. Now, as many of you know, industrial pumps are used in a couple different things at the tier 5 level, especially when it comes to making ornithopters or making the large water cisterns that you put at your base. And for those that love to have a lot of water, you need a lot of these pumps. Now, we're talking several hundreds of these pumps, if not thousands, if you want to make a giant water base. So industrial pumps will sell really well on the exchange. There's a couple ways to get them. I've detailed that in other videos, but you can break down wings, for Mark 4 wings or Mark 5 wings if you have the vehicle vendor available, or if you have the Atreides or Harco vendor unlocked. But if you're just starting out and you don't have a ton of funds, going right over to Sentinel City to get these industrial pumps and farm them is another way you can do it. So that's number 1 on my list so far. Let's move on to number 2. Number 2 is going to be Regis components. Now, you can get these as soon as you unlock Atreides or Harco faction rank 5, and you go to the faction vendor and start getting your house script from the daily missions. This is something that's going to cost you nothing except for a time gate every week. You're only going to be able to get 25 of these off-world Regis components, where you can convert them into the regular Regis components to sell on the exchange. People will buy either the off-world or the regular. It doesn't matter which one you sell on the exchange. But the bottom line is you are time gated as far as how many you can get per week, unless you make alts, alternative characters for short. You can do this through family sharing or buying the game multiple times, but there's a number of different ways to get around the time gate and cap of getting these Regis components and putting them on the exchange. But these sell really well, especially on high population worlds. Now, you don't need to sell these on the exchange. People will buy these in a private sale, given that you don't have a lot of volume to sell when you have these items in your inventory. So keep that in mind. But let's move on to number 3. Number 3. Calibrated servox. Just like industrial pumps, these serve a endgame purpose when it comes to base building. So it might be a tier 3 resource, but a lot of people will still buy these in large amounts, especially builders. Now, you're going to have more luck if you're on a larger server to sell these items, just because there's going to be more volume of people trying to buy them, but also because typically builders will be on the larger servers. So if you're able to have 1,000, 1,500, or 2,000 of these and sell them on the exchange or in a private sale, you can get quite a big Solari cash stack from this, so I would definitely recommend to keep this on your list of items to look out for. But let's move on to number 4. Next up on the list, we have carbide scraps and diamond dust. Now, these two resources can be farmed at the same time in the Mesa Terrell region, or you can pick some of these up in small amounts in Harco Village or Arrakis and one of the vendors in Haga Basin. But the essential reason why these are in demand is because they are used to create Mark 5 and Mark 6 vehicles. So if you can get a large stack of these and sell these on the exchange or find a private seller, then you can make a hefty profit of Solari with these items. But next up, let's move on to number 5. Next up on the list, we have Duraluminum. It's last but not least on this list of today's Duneonomics episode, but I find Duraluminum to be one of the best items to sell, given that it has so many different purposes, even in the end game, to use for. So starting off, you can use the Duraluminum to create Mark 5 vehicles and equipment, but you can also use it to create the Mark 5 wind trap filters, which are very popular to use versus the tier 6 one, since that one requires spice melange. So if you find a seller, try to farm up a lot of Duraluminum and sell this to them, as there will always be demand, especially on high population servers, as I've mentioned before. But that is the list today, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. And let me know if I missed any items that you would think should be on this list so far of my Duneonomics episodes. So take care and peace.